seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. 12 yards there and a first down. Here's Mariota, option left. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. It's caught, Nelson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, come on now, come on. One, later one. Ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Express. Motion.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got Lewis. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
So how many more years are we going to define this position as running back? I really feel like we're evolving into something else because they have to be such a hybrid, don't they? Guys who can run it but they love to have those guys with hands like a wide receiver.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. It's good. Motion. Check.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Richard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On the draw, Richard. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 27, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now to throw on first down. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
A gain of 15.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Mariota to Lewis on the draw. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive?
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 734. Get down. Get down.
Now Carr. Completes it to Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
29. 29.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Smooth.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Express. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yo, Chief. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Haywood.
Slam. It's hot.
Throwing again. Carr. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Down. You ready?
Mike 54. Stop your whining.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
The sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Carr gives to Richard. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 81 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the draw, this is Lewis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Third and long here for Mariota. They've got his man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle. Comes at the Raiders' 39.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Titans first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the slant.
Where are they, team?
Mike part 9. Let's put him on.
Mariota hands to Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
66. Bullet ride.
36.
Throwing is Mariota. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mariota gives to Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught, Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Hey, Raider 2.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Carr. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we seen?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The draw play here, Lewis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.